Hey everybody, I'm here to talk to you guys about how to catch up on your writing process stuff for your personal narrative unit in language arts. So let's go ahead and get started. So in your year view, click on your writing a personal narrative unit. Okay, so it is super important for us while we're in school to focus on these writing process steps. So some of you guys need to go back and work on those, and that's okay. You can do that now. So in my last video, we talked about the writing process step 1, the memory inventory, and that looked a little bit like this, where you were listing out things that have happened in your life and then saying on the column here what you learned from those events. So you should have this whole thing filled out, but for the sake of an example, I'm going to land here on this one. So for your writing process, step number 2, we're going to talk about our pre-write, our narrative outline. So when you click on that, we go up to this box here, and that'll take you to the narrative outline. All right, so your narrative outline sheet looks like this. So from your memory inventory, you're going to pick one of the events that you listed off here and then something that you learned from that event. So I'm going to pick this one. Some of you already read that Red Rover story. This is the incident that I'm actually going to pick. So when I was a kid, I got kicked in the face by a boy named Philip, who I loved. He was so cute. And then I'm going to take that event and I'm going to talk about it here. So in these boxes, I'm just going to fill in some more details about that one specific event. So background information here. I was in 8th grade. Oh my goodness, I'm going to capitalize that. I loved this boy named Philip. Hint, hint, he was actually not super nice. We were playing Red Rover, that game. Okay, so here you're just giving some background information, things that we need to know to help make the story make sense to the reader. So that's just a really quick overview of what happened. Here in the incident part, when it talks about chronological order, what that really means is tell me in the order of events how things happened. So the incident is actually me getting kicked in the face. So here I would put something like we were playing Red Rover. So I would give a little bit more detail about exactly what happened. And then I might need another bullet. You can just hit enter and that's okay. So if you read that story, you kind of know what happened. I was playing Red Rover. Philip was on the boys' team. I was on the girls' team. He ran over towards me. I really am competitive and I wanted to win. So when you're playing Red Rover, you hold on tight to the person's arm and then they run towards you and try to break the chain of your arms. Well, we held on so tight that he actually flipped over our arms. His foot, when he was flipping over, his foot came towards my face and he kicked my face and some of my teeth came out. So if you read that story, you know the situation. But here is the chronological order of events that took place in that story. So then you would write, what did you think or what did you feel during that event? It was very painful. I could feel my teeth and my, whoops. I could feel, geez Louise, I can't type. I can feel my teeth in my tongue. I could taste blood. And then I actually passed out. So that would be what I felt during the incident. And then right after the incident, I woke up and I could give a little bit more details about that here in that space too. And then in the reflection, if you read that story, you know that girl named Rachel came over and helped me get back into the classroom. And then she came over and she helped get me to the office and helped me feel better. So I actually learned a lot from this incident. I learned that people will help you when you need it. I also learned that Rachel was super nice. So there were a lot of things that I learned in here. Now, some of you guys forgot to fill in this section right here, and that's okay. We'll add that sensory detail in your story, but if you can fill these out, go ahead and do that. What did you see? What did you hear? What could people smell, taste, or feel based on the event? So we will add some dialogue later on into the story, but if you can go ahead and start adding those details here on this sheet, it'll make your job a lot easier later. So please make sure to fill this out and then hit request feedback when you are ready.